This is one of the most important videos on the Beyond Parallax channel is the one you're watching now. Two bombshells. Bombshell 1. Guys, to start without further ado, look what Vil said to Blossom. You know Blossom? The one who's Sheldon Cooper's wife in the Big Bang Theory series. Up there on the card of this video. I don't know if there would be a reason for money. He was talking about Atlas. This big flyby it's making with the sun on October 29th. If it's technological, well, October 29th would be the day, right, when it will do this flyby with the sun. If you want to take a vacation, take it before the 29th. Look at her face, because we don't know what's going to happen. Bombshell 2, check this out, folks. Perhaps one of the most important days in history is today, October 22nd, 2025. Guys, even you don't know about this bombshell. I didn't tell because I want to see a reaction here in the comments. It was confirmed, or rather reconfirmed, now peer-reviewed and published. Transients around Earth, those objects around our planet before the Sputnik era, that is, pre-Sputnik, before artificial satellites orbited our planet. This has now been reconfirmed, peer-reviewed by several scientists. I'm getting goosebumps for real. I don't know if you can see it here. History. This conversation had come out that Vila Roll said there were satellites before they existed. Wow, these folks, are these objects okay? They appeared and disappeared in observatory data from 1950, even though the first satellite we sent into space was in 1957, Sputnik 1. This is like us discovering that there were already cars around before we invented the car. There. It's like us discovering that cell phones existed at the time of the pyramids. It's like that. I think it's worse than that. Now it's been peer-reviewed, so no one complains. Now there are no complaints. What I'm going to show you is simply shocking, okay? Today we have scientific confirmation, and it's not one or two. It's three scientific confirmations in three reputable scientific journals that these things are orbiting our planet. They are not ours, and they are orbiting our planet. For real. I'm getting goosebumps here. They were here long before we could put anything into space. Richard, now yes. What's happening? Should we run for the hills? As if that weren't enough, people, there was an absurd sighting reported by pilots that I'm going to show you. But let's go straight to the first bombshell here, which is actually the second bombshell. No, today it really is, because it's not that video that became a meme of the kid putting on the helmet and all. Put on a helmet, here comes the bombshell. Today, two bombshells. Hold your phone carefully because your screen is going to catch fire now. It's going to be hot, catching fire, okay, folks? Okay, reconfirmed. It had already been confirmed in the study, but okay, there's that thing. Oh, but it's the scientist who did the study. She might be biased? What's the importance of this peer review in the scientific academic community? Why, as a scientist, you go there and say, look, I found something strange in Beatrice Vila Roll's case, things orbiting our planet that are not ours. And then there's that thing. Oh, but what if she was biased? What if she didn't see things right? Things, satellites orbiting our planet, satellites that are not ours, not human. Oh, but in this case, it's not ours from Brazil, lest it be confused. But that's the thing in this case, these transients, these things, what could they be? See here? This is an estimate of what these things are like because they are highly reflective. Another thing, it was not observed in Earth's shadow, and it was reflecting sunlight. And it probably has some of these appearances here, okay? Now, guys, she released it. It was reviewed. Wait, just so I know. No, because I'm sure there must be people here saying it's a balloon or ball lightning. It's not a balloon, and it's not ball lightning. So now there are peers confirming what she said. What do we have now for you to understand the importance of this? Three independent studies that passed through three independent peer review processes in three independent scientific journals. Guys, this is truly a bombshell. This is a bombshell. So these things are really there. First, it was published at Stockholm University, okay? Stockholm University. Second, it was published in Scientific Reports by Nature, the Nature Journal. No one can complain about this one. Third, it was published in IP Right, which is the Institute of Physics. The Institute of Physics has confirmed it by peers. It has been peer-reviewed. Now, other random scientists reviewed her study so that it couldn't be said that, oh, it's biased. Are these things really around Earth? Oh, she's trying to get attention. She's trying to get famous. No, no, it's been peer reviewed. 3 independent studies. Yes, these things have been around our planet since before we even thought about sending satellites into space. And they may have been there for a long time, because in fact, we only had the conditions to discover them because there were observatories starting in 1940. Yeah, yeah. So, and before, they were probably already there. Already there too. Probably. But we didn't have telescopes, no observatories, nothing. So, it would be a network, okay? This was created, of course, with the help of artificial intelligence, this image. So, it would be a network of highly reflective objects. Why aren't they things in space? Like, I don't know, a star explosion, something else. Because these things don't appear, they tend not to appear when the Earth's shadow estimate is applied. That is, they are things that are really here, close to our planet. And all this matches mass sightings, old nuclear tests. That is, there's indeed this connection with nuclear weapons. When humans mess with nuclear stuff, when humans mess with nuclear weapons, these things appear. Whose are they? Wow, but this is too much of a bombshell. Bombshell, bombshell, bombshell. Even more of a bombshell than the like you can leave. With the like you can leave now. By leaving a like, you force YouTube to deliver this video to more people. So you can help us a lot. Your bombshell to pass on this information. It's your turn to drop a bombshell. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Become a member. You'll have access to exclusive content. We just launched a few days ago a very interesting chat here, me and you. For those who haven't seen it, I'll leave it on the card above. Exclusive for members, your name will be displayed here on the side. And leave in the comments what you think about this, because guys, we're keeping an eye on the comments. Thank you very much for the audience. The Derevo channel put, even stranger is Elon Musk's silence, the man who was inside American government secretariats. True, right? I had even forgotten about him. He's been so quiet. And Venus put there, I love Avi Loeb's little face. He's always smiling. I have fun. Isn't that true? Avi Loeb is amazing. Speaking of Avi Loeb's little face, let's see what he said here, guys, because let's understand what he meant. Check this out now. He will pass closest to the sun on October 29th, 2025. Now, right? And then he received a message from someone who's talking about trade options, which is stock market stuff, values, investments, purchases, I don't know. And then he said he's buying and has an expiration date of October 29th to make money, right? In his case, he's going to make money from it. And I immediately thought, he said, I don't know if there should be any reason to have money if this object turns out to be indeed technological and after October 29th, 2029. Will there be any reason to have money if this is indeed an extraterrestrial intelligence? If you want to take a vacation, take it before the 29th. Look at her face. Guys, because who knows what will happen. No, look at her face. Look at her face. That was practically run for the hills, huh? No. Seriously, folks, to be honest, of course, we have to consider, right, the possibility of this object actually being something alien, like something similar to this. For example, a camouflaged spaceship, something like that. But according to Avi Loeb himself, the chance according to him is about 40% or so. So, yes, we have to be on alert. There are no protocols whatsoever. So much so that he sent a letter to the UN saying that we should have. Humanity should have a protocol if we detect an alien ship, for example, near Earth or in the solar system. A plan, you know? It's a plan. We should at least have a basic plan. Yes. What do we do if a ship like Atlas really arrives here? What do we do? Yeah, what do we do? No, it doesn't exist, right? And it makes sense because we should have a little plan, at least a tiny little plan. We don't, folks. It simply doesn't exist, okay? It doesn't exist. And he says that during a podcast there, talking to the Eternal Blossom. Those who are old timers will know her as Blossom. Those who are not so old timers will know her as Sheldon Cooper's wife or girlfriend from the Big Bang Theory series. The Big Bang Theory, right? Her face there was a shock. Her face was a shock. She is, in fact, folks, of a real life scientist, not just in the Big Bang Theory series. She's a scientist and she has a YouTube channel. And how should we interpret this? I'll be honest with you, okay? I felt he spoke in a more playful tone. Did you feel that, guys? It wasn't actually a we should run for the hills. I didn't feel that, okay? Especially because, guys, let's be realistic. If 3i slash Atlas is indeed something alien, there's no reason for panic. There's no reason. You know why? It will probably pass straight by, like a Muamua, I think. It would probably be a scout, as another renowned scientist, Dr. John Brandenburg, a plasma physicist and super renowned, worked in partnership with NASA and everything. He says that it probably should be, if it's alien, he thinks it is. It would be a scout, a reconnaissance. A scout, meaning it's just analyzing that little group that goes in front of the police, the little motorcycles in front like that, very fast, clearing the way. Yeah, it would be something like that. So if there's a bad intention, there's nothing we can do. And it's probably not something bad because if we put things together, let's put things together here. No, thankfully, right? Because people take Beatrice Villarreal's study because people out there don't even want to plan, you know? When you talk about it, they say no, but it's not a spaceship. It's a comet, guys. It's a comet. No, but wait. What if it isn't? Even if the chance is 1%, don't we deserve a plan? Yeah, it's a tiny plan, at least a little piece of paper like this. Step one, step two, step three. And the incredible thing is that this video seems like a script for a science fiction movie, even though here we're only dealing with factual things, only with scientific data. Now, so no one complains and finds fault, these things around Earth are peer reviewed. Remember, it was Avi Loeb who said it. Yeah, yeah. And also reminding people that let's await further declarations from him. For now, it also doesn't mean you need to run for the hills yet. It might have just been a joke with him. I took it as a joke. What do you guys think? Was it a joke? First option, tone. Second option, he was serious. Third option, a joke meaning a truth. Look, there's a bit of a joke meaning truth, in my opinion. A bit of a joke meaning truth, but there's also a detail there that you have to pay attention to. Notice that he told her, don't. If you have to take a vacation, take it before the 29th, because afterwards, for her, a scientist, a lot of work might arise. Work in the sense of having to investigate many things, evaluate paperwork, check data, whatever. He might have meant it in that sense. So don't even take a vacation because the day will be busy after that. Yes, yes, yes. And we will have a season full of work. The fact is, folks, honestly, I'm not afraid of these things. I have no reason to be afraid at all because if we put together what I said, let's put the puzzle pieces together, these things that are already there for, I don't know, decades, that's what we know. Yeah, it's been decades, maybe millennia. Yeah, maybe it's been there forever. Yeah, it's forever, forever, guys. And the things that are happening at the airports in Europe and all that, uh, the UFO thing, they don't stop, okay? It continues, they don't stop. The thing continues, okay? Munich airport was closed again this weekend. Munich airport was closed, right? It's been closed too, 3 times in the meantime. Yeah, and a very strange sighting happened. Very strange. First, Munich airport was closed due to drone activity invading the runway. 3 flights diverted, 1 flight canceled. Folks, what kind of drone is this? Because especially we're talking about a European airport, they have anti-drone systems, right? And another thing, it's already become, I don't know, it's become normal to keep closing with. No, it's become commonplace. Now, this was a very strange thing that happened. What is that? It left specialists perplexed. Sean's Aviation, who is a guy who specializes in identifying flights, aircraft, and all that, he said that he received many messages and he said that he couldn't solve this case of lights moving between the counties of Longford and Meath there in Ireland, okay? And there were no aircraft records. Here we have some videos of these, of some people who managed to capture this, okay? Look, check it out. This is one of the videos. Look, it looks like something with a lot of light, with a lot of illumination, plasma, I don't know. Yeah, look how strange. It looks like a very clear, very white plasma bubble there, right? And look, even with the person filming, you can tell her phone isn't the best. And even if it is the best, the image quality isn't that good. But this, many people reporting, look, it came a little here. Now it gives the impression that it paused. Look, check it out. Look what happens. I had the impression, at least. Look, now it starts to move again. Look. Out of nowhere, I had the impression that it's not something like, I don't know, a satellite reentry or a rocket stage. Because what are they saying? It could be a rocket stage, but why do I at least have the impression that this object moves and stops? It shouldn't move and stop. But in that case, the rocket doesn't move and stop. The rocket, a rocket stage, it's just falling there, right, in this case. Or if it was launched, it's in launch, it's moving, right, in a continuous trajectory there. Kind of an arc it makes. This here, look, this is something else. Then the video continues, and then the thing disappears. Now look what came out. This is Volcaholic. I follow them. They talk a lot about volcanoes, okay? Since I deal a lot with solar activity, and there's this connection with volcanic eruptions. Look what they disclosed here about these sightings there in Ireland. It's another bombshell. More bombshell. Check it out. Yankee Romeo request, right? Here in this case, it's air traffic control talking to the pilots. If you're not busy, did you have any significant traffic? Well above us at 11 o'clock, in this case, slightly to the left of the plane. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's action. It's not the time. Clear lights spinning. Looks like it's releasing some gas. Okay. Copy, right? Copied. Understood. Looks like something plasma-like. It's now moving east. Explosion. He thought something was linked to an explosion. Then he says, right? He identifies himself. I'm Portugal. 5, whatever, from the plane's identification. I'm confirming your observation now. It's already disappeared. It looked like an explosion, and then it was moving east, and now it's disappeared. Understood? Are you still observing it? Yes. Another pilot. It disappeared for us too. We started seeing it about 2 minutes ago. It was very illuminated, very bright, and then it seemed to break into a circular array, right? As if it were a circular thing. It spread out in a circle like that. Yeah, and then it disappeared. Is this south of your position? It was west of my position. In this case, this other pilot. Now it's no longer in my sight, but I imagine it was a beam, like a beam of light, in this case, a beam. Now on our left side. Okay, understood? Very interestingly, our weather radar is drawing something too. The information we're getting from the weather radar is also the same. The other pilot also says it's returning the same thing. It's reflecting as if it were an aircraft. Guys, no, this record is too much, you know? It's sensational. This happened, and you see 2 points of view, one east and one west, with 2 pilots. People on the ground also filmed. These filmings are from people on the ground. I don't know, folks. An illumination. Really? So, just a quick question. Could it have any connection to 3I/Atlas, considering the hypothesis of 3I/Atlas being something artificial? This has no sound, no record, no confirmation of what it is. I don't know. Honestly, it's questionable. Oh, leave it in the comments, because we see that people think it might have something to do with it. Then in the comments, people leave it because that conversation came out, remember? What if it sent probes, and what would Atlas be? Because look, so far, let's update now. Look. Let's see their Twitter now, updated tonight, October 20th. It's as if nothing is happening. As if nothing is happening. 6 hours ago, today, October 20th, they released another image. And look how the comments are popping off. Look. Yeah, it's beautiful, but please release the 3I/Atlas images. That's all they ask. Look. 3I/Atlas, please. Can you show 3I/Atlas? Everyone asking, and they're sleeping. It's like going, I don't know, what is 3I/Atlas? No, it's like going to a concert that has a big hit by that singer, and they sing everything but the one everyone wants. Yeah, look, this here, and I did it with the help of artificial intelligence with VO3. Does 3I/Atlas have any similar appearance to this? Look, it even looks like that other little light you showed. Remember that one that looked like plasma? No, there. It's simply absurd, folks. The thing is getting hotter every day. And I'm interested. We are super interested in this, researching all the time. And we continue to keep an eye, right, guys? on everything that happens in the sun, in the sky, in space. Very much an eye on 3 I slash Atlas. And until next time, I'm out. Bye.